Qazi Dad Mohammad Rehan, the Information and Cultural Secretary of the Baloch National Movement. The situation in Balochistan has not been peaceful or favorable for a single moment since the Pakistani occupation. However, there is always a recurring wave of escalation in Pakistan's atrocities. Yesterday, in my capacity as the spokesperson for the BNM, I issued a statement to the media condemning these incidents. The aforementioned statement did not include several such incidents due to a lack of complete information at the time of writing. Massacres took place in Zehri, where unharmed civilians were killed in the areas of Bulbul and Swenda. Although the incident in Swenda did not occur this week, where the BNM statement notes that 70 people were killed this week alone. On April 16, 2026, the Pakistani army cornered of the Swenda area and killed at least 11 individuals who were simply passing along the road. Most of these individuals were taken into custody and shifted a government rest house in Swenda, where they were tortured to death with their hands, feet, and eyes bound. They included people of all age groups, both the elderly and children. Among those whose names have been identified are Muhammad Ramzan, Abib Sahid Ahmad, Imam Baksh, Munir Hayat Sanab, Muim Khan, Mamad Hayat Sanab, Wadera Khuda Baksh, and Manzoor Ahmad Sanab, Aji Miraji. They were killed on that very day, but the details of this incident have only surfaced now. Similarly, another terrorist action by the Pakistan Army, a curfew was imposed in Zehri in late May and early June. During this curfew, Omer Somalani was traveling from Zehri to Khuzdar with his family when the Pakistani Army opened indiscriminate fire on their vehicle, resulting in his death. The BNM statement is in this very context. The Pakistan Army is indiscriminately targeting unharmed civilians in Balochistan, and the silence of international community has drastically exacerbated the region's multifaceted human rights crisis. In this week alone, 17 individuals have been extrajudicially killed. Enforced disappearances are occurring on a daily basis in the peripheral areas of Mastung, Noshkai, Zehri, Khuzdar, Kech, and Gwader districts, alongside the relentless shelling of civilian population by gunship helicopters. The Baloch National Movement, BNM, strongly condemns this state terrorism. Pakistan is committing a systematic genocide of the Baloch nation, making international intervention an absolute necessity. Occupied Balochistan continues to suffer under relentless atrocities and military aggression. On Tuesday, June 2026, June 2nd, 2026, the Pakistan Army once again targeted the Zehri region during a raid in the Bulbul area of Zehri. Military personnel broke into the home of Khalil Ahmad Musiani, a peaceful political activist. He was shot, arrested, in a critical wounded state and subsequently murdered in custody. Concurrently, the military forcibly disappeared several individuals, including Zehri Khan Musiani, Shakar Khan, Sanaullah Musiani, Umaid Ali Khan, Dost Muhammad, and Irshad Ahmad, among others. Those whereabouts remain unknown to this day. Elaborating on further incidents, on May 31, military shelling in Kardagap, Mastung, resulting in the death of Ghulam Jan Somalani, a driver by profession. On June 1, gunship helicopter shelled the civilian population in Kad Umrani, located in the Kad Kucha area. The full extent of the casualties and destruction remains unknown due to a deliberate communication blackout imposed on the area. Since the since the very first day of its occupation in 1948, Balochistan has been a continuous target of Pakistan army aggression. Since the very first day of its occupation in 1948, Balochistan has been a continuous target of Pakistan army aggression. The state's policy of crushing political forces through extreme violence and brute force remain in full effect. The unending cycle of enforced disappearances is socially and economically ruined thousands of families between May 31 and June 2, a span of just 3 days. The Pakistan Army explicitly killed 17 people, yet it actively concealed the details of the victims. In many such instances, previously abducted individuals are murdered in custody, with the Pakistan Army masking these atrocities as armed encounters to make false claims of counterinsurgency. The dead bodies of the victims are not being handed over to their grieving relatives. The Pakistani state is actively executing a calculated policy of Baloch genocide. This is a gradual, systematic process designed to destroy her nation politically, culturally, socially, and economically. Dozens of villages across the districts of Dera Bukti, Kuhlu, Avaran, Zehri, Khuzdar, Panjgur, Kech, and Gwader have been completely ravaged, forcing mass forced displacement. Is a continuation of this escorted earth policy. The village of Panwan and the Jimudi Tehsil of Gwader has recently come under continuous assault. Pakistan Army personnel are conducting midnight raids on civilian homes in Panwan, driven to the brink by enforced disappearances, home demolition, and extrajudicially killings. Dozens of families uh, comprising hundreds of individuals have been forced to flee across the border to western Balochistan. Dozens of families comprising hundreds of individuals have been forced to flee across the border to western Balochistan. There they face severe economic and social hardship as refugees, and dozens of children have been entirely deprived of their education. The BNM is utilizing all of its resources to expose the reality of Balochistan freedom movement to the world. The party urgently calls upon the international community to officially declare Balochistan a war-torn, disputed territory and intervene immediately. Without the restoration of Balochistan's independence, not only is the very survival of the Baloch nation at risk, but the establishment of strategic peace in this vital geopolitical region also remains strictly contingent upon the Baloch right to self determination and national freedom.